order. First item on the agenda is the approval of previous minutes.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes. Next item on the agenda is the fiscal update. Ms. Bartlett.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Included in your packets is the year-to-date financials as of September 30th. At this point, it's still too early to see where we're going to be at year-end. Mrs. Allison is working with a few vendors as to pricing for the tuition or services for the special ed students. So she's still working on quite a few purchase orders. And we did hear about a couple students come in with severe needs. So we're a little concerned, but hopefully we can report back in November to see where we're at that time. That's really all. Again, it's only been 3 months, so it's kind of difficult. At this point, we have a slight surplus in salaries and benefits, but I'm thinking if there's a need for additional, we'll have to transfer some of that surplus over to special ed if we need those funds over there.
That's a quick question. Any update as to the Medicaid reimbursement issued from the state administration?
I think we're still waiting on some.
Yeah, we're still waiting on some final numbers and some interpretation of the rules, but we're actively, we have a person that's sitting on the state work group, so she's working with the state work group to figure out what it looks like there will be a shortfall of Medicaid funds that we normally had in years past. We just don't know at what level that will be.
Okay.
And for this year, I believe we are okay for this year's revenues. If you recall, we're usually at around 1.1 million. We budgeted 825,000. But we do have some billing from last year that we still have to catch up with. So I think that's why we'll be okay this year. It'll be subsequent years that we'll have issues if this all still falls into place.
Okay, thank you.
Just be mindful of that number. When you get that, you can bring that to us, we'd like to see how that forecasted out for us, like this year projected,
Oh, yeah.
so we can scale it off. It'll be important. I love the enrollment numbers on the tuition comparison sheet. I'm jumping ahead, I'm sorry. Anything else under financial services or questions from Mrs. Bartlett? Seeing none, move on. On to item number 3, even though I was cheating. Linda, I'm assuming this is you?
Yes.
Great.
So as you may recall, each year we set the fiscal year 2021 tuition rates for Wakefield so that they could build their budget. So the first 2 sheets shows, this is the usual calculation using this year's budget and current October enrollment. And as you can see at the bottom of the first page, elementary is projected to be $13,298.23. Middle school, $13,563.57, and high school, $14,521.38. And if you look at the second page, you can see the comparisons. And as you can see down at the bottom, elementary is just slightly increasing by $18, but then middle school and high school are increasing, especially at high school, of almost $980 per student.
Can you help me understand why it's so different?
We have less, if you look at the October 1st enrollment, the next section down, you'll see that there's a decrease in enrollment at the high school of 66 students. So now you're spreading those expenses over less students, thus a higher tuition rate.
So, but we're up 49 at elementary and up 11 at middle school, so overall we're status quo.
Right.
Okay.
Right, but it's just the way it's
No, I
separated
understand.
between the 3 years.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure I was reading it right, thank you. Any questions? Do we need a motion for that, Mr. Pappas?
Will we set the tuition for each of the 3 levels as presented?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. All right,
So
item number 4.
One more.
Oh, sure. I love it.
So the next sheet that I gave you is for this fiscal year, and if we have to charge any students special ed tuition. So that'd be any student coming to our district due to any kind of court case, I think, or something to that effect. So this year's tuition rate, we're expecting it to be $26,418.18.
Mr. Pappas?
And will we set the sped tuition rate as presented?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. All right. Linda?
Yes.
Good. Thank you. I like that sheet. Any financial personnel?
Just the donation of sick days?
Sick days.
Donation of sick days? All right, is there a motion to approve the donation of sick days?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passed. Public comment. Anyone from the public want to address the board? Seeing no public, we'll close public comment. Any other? Mr.
Yeah, so the state settled their budget, so I'm wondering, have you had a chance to look at that and, you know, what effect that will have on our budget and what suggestions that you may?
So Linda and I have been in close communication with the business, with the city manager. The issue is that the Department of Revenue has not actually sent any finalized numbers yet. So we're waiting until we get finally approved numbers to then talk with everyone about our next steps. So we're waiting, we were hoping to have something this afternoon. It didn't come out from the DRA, but hopefully tomorrow or Monday.
I think a lot of that's going to be indicative of how the numbers slide out from Medicaid too. So there's a lot of moving
Right.
pieces. So I think until we have all the data, it's safer just to wait till we know the actual
Right.
numbers. I'm glad that they signed it. I wish it was longer term than 2 years, but we'll figure it out. So I think until we get all the numbers, we'll be patient.
So, maybe a month from now, you expect,
Oh, I think sooner than that.
no, in terms of having recommendations for what we're just doing with that money? I know we'll have the number before then.
Right, I think in order to make any kind of decision, we have to do that soon because the city would like to set the tax rate.
Okay,
and
right.
So we need to know that additional revenue, how is that going to be handled, and so.
I think when we get it, we can just call for a special finance meeting, because we're gonna have to do it, obviously, in conjunction with the city, because they can't set the rate until we know what we're doing with the funds, so until we have all the missing pieces, it's hard. We're trying to make cookies with no, no eggs and no flour. I'll have to wait. So when you get all that collected, you wanna, we'll be tentative to a special finance meeting, so we can kind of go over that specifically, if it falls before the November meeting. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
All right. Anything else under other?
I just have one thing. This evening I sent you just a link. I sent it to some of you already. It's just the draft 5-year strategic plan as we've worked on it. So feel free to just click around in it. Obviously you all sit on different committees, so click into those committees and feel free to share input in the email so that we can take that at the next 5-year and hopefully then get a final plan out there that we can start to refer to in our committee meetings and hopefully guide our decisions in the committee meetings to say that would serve what we have in our 5-year strategic plan. So it's a living document that's helping us base decisions as we move forward.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like it. Anything else? All right. Seeing nothing under other beyond that, Seeing none, they have addressed us. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.